Hello and welcome back to Grasp Arabic. This is part 2 of the rules of gender in Arabic language. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, then I suggest you watch it first and then you come back to part 2. It's only 15 to 16 minutes and I do believe it's beneficial. Now let's get started. But before we do that, I want you to grab a pen and paper and get ready to take some good notes. Nouns in Arabic in regards to gender comes into 3 categories: masculine nouns, feminine nouns, and shade between masculinity and femininity, which means you can refer to these nouns as feminine or as masculine, as you wish. Basically, these nouns are shaded by masculinity and femininity. In some Indo-European languages, such as French, Italian, Spanish, there are 2 genders only, feminine or masculine. In some languages like English, for instance, there is something we call neuter gender nouns. Basically, we don't apply gender to objects, to inanimate objects. Anything lacking life, lacking conscious, lacking spirit, we don't apply gender to it. Objects. That's English and some other languages. Most languages do apply gender to objects, like Arabic, French, Spanish, Italian, Russian, Hebrew, many languages. And though these languages which share this principle of applying gender to objects, to inanimate objects, they sometimes differ in what gender will be applied to a certain noun. For instance, ash-shams, the sun. Ash-shams in Arabic is feminine, but in French is masculine. We share the principle, but also if you are a French speaker, what is masculine in French doesn't necessarily mean it is masculine in Arabic and other languages. So you need to pay attention to that as well. The palm in Aramaic language is masculine. In Hebrew is feminine. In Arabic is used in both. As masculine, you can refer to as masculine, you can refer to it as feminine. But as you see, so languages, most of them share this principle that they apply gender to inanimate objects, but at the same time they differ. They can differ, not all the time, but they can differ in the gender that is applied to these nouns, to these names and words. So bear that in mind. And here is a question. English speakers, they sometimes genuinely ask this question. They say, how come ash-shams, for instance, the sun, is feminine or masculine? How come the book is masculine in Arabic? How can we apply gender to objects? It doesn't make any sense. This is like a genuine question. And there are 2 things I will mention, 2 points as a quick response to that. And why I'm mentioning it here is because it's a very common question. I've been asked this question many times before, even for people who are not English speakers, don't understand the principle or why do we apply gender. Point number 1, because your mother tongue doesn't apply gender to objects, you got used to that. That's the thing. So when you hear that in other languages gender is applied to objects, you relate masculinity to males and you link femininity with females, and that actually is not correct. We don't say these objects. When we say shams, for instance, the sun is feminine, we're not saying the sun is female. That's why we don't use the word of female. We say feminine. And when we say the book in Arabic is masculine, we don't say the book is male. So because you don't have that principle in your mother tongue, you basically confuse masculinity with being male, and you confuse femininity with being female. So and male and female, that's real gender, and that's not what we apply to objects. We apply masculinity and femininity to the word itself, to the noun. So that's number 1. Number 2, and this is really important, when we say, for instance, ash-shamsu, the sun, is feminine in Arabic, we're not saying the sun is feminine. We're saying the word the sun is feminine. There is a difference between applying gender to the noun and applying gender to the object. We don't apply gender to the object. The object is an object. When we say الشمس is feminine, when we say in Arabic, in French is masculine, we apply this gender to the noun, to the word, not to the object itself. And this explains to you when some people say why God in Al-Quran Al-Kareem and other books refers to himself as he and him. Is he male? No, he's not a male, he's not a female. He is the creator of males and females. What is masculine is the word, the name Allah, not Allah himself. We don't apply gender to the object itself. You know, in this universe we have objects, we have creatures like humans and animals, etc. This is the creation, this is the universe, and we have the language. The language is not the creation, it's not the universe. It's the language, is the way how we communicate in regards to the universe, in regards to the creation, if you know what I mean. So when we say الشمس is feminine, we are talking about the word, the language we are using. We're not applying gender to the object itself. And I hope this is clear, because many people ask. We're not talking about the tree. When we say الشجرة, the tree is feminine, we're not saying the tree itself, the tree that you see is feminine. We're talking about the word, the name tree. So we apply gender to the names. And in the creation, in the universe, we have men and women, we have he and we have she. And whatever else, we apply the same thing. We use the same language. That's how the language is. And to give an example for this, in Arabic, the house, you can say baytun. You can say darun. Both means a house in Arabic. Darun, baytun. However, baytun, the name baytun, is masculine. If you use darun, darun is feminine. As you see, the same object is the house. If we use one word like baytun, baytun is masculine, is dealt with as a masculine name, noun. If we use darun, darun is feminine. So we say هذا بيت, هذا بيت. Or you say هذه دار, هذا بيت, هذه دار. Because I used بيت here, I will refer to it as masculine, say هذا, because هذا, this, is used for masculine. This is a house. If I want to say this is a house, but using the noun darun, which is feminine, I will say هذه darun, because هذه is used with feminine nouns. As you see, same object. So we apply gender to nouns, not to the object itself. And I hope this is clear to those who don't know. So it's an introduction I think it's important to share with you to start with.